Alright, welcome back to Cooking with Sasquatch. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to be making some beef jerky. And we're going to call it Killa beef jerky because my buddy Killa gave me the recipe. So let's get started. Alright, so I got about 2 pounds of olive brown meat. Had the butcher slice it up for me, so let's get started with our marinade. Alright, so we're going to start with 2/3 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Now we're going to add 2/3 cup of soy sauce. Alright, now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. One tablespoon of onion powder. One tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Now if you want to make it spicier, you can add whatever heat level you want. Add different little seasonings to it, but that's what we're gonna go with today. And 1 tablespoon of your favorite hot sauce. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of honey. Oh yeah, good. And now we're going to add 3 teaspoons of black pepper. I just realized I used the tablespoon measurement instead of the teaspoon measurement. Huh. I didn't notice it when I was doing it, I just noticed when I was watching the video. And now we're going to add 3 cups of water. I'm going to go ahead and rinse off my measuring spoon right here while we do it. Alright, now we're going to mix up all this goodness right here. Get it all stirred up real good. Alright, so now we're going to add our eye round to the marinade mix. And this is only the 2nd batch of jerky I've ever made, so I tried to go with some bigger pieces, but I can tell you, after making it, need to slice these big boys up, maybe in half or a third, just a little too big for what we want to do. So don't forget to slice them up a little bit. Alright, so let's mix them up a little bit now. Make sure everything's good and coated. Now we're just gonna move everything into a Ziploc bag, and then we'll seal it up. We'll put it in the refrigerator, and we want to marinate it at least 24 hours. If you can go 2 days, that's even better. But for this recipe, we're just gonna go 24 hours. Don't worry about that little pepper that's left in that bowl. I'm gonna come back and get that out of there. We ain't leaving nothing in that bowl. Alright, we'll get as much air as we can out of this little bag. We're gonna stick it in the refrigerator, and then we'll be back tomorrow afternoon to put it in the smoker. I mean, look at that right there. You know this is gonna be good. Alright, here we are, 24 hours later. And we're gonna take our round pieces out the bag. We'll set them on some paper towels because you want to dry them off as best as possible before we get them into that smoker. So we'll just put a couple down right here on some paper towels. Take another little piece of paper towel and dry them off. Like I was saying earlier, these are kind of big, so I would definitely recommend slicing these things up maybe into thirds. That's what I'm gonna do next time I make it. So I like to put my jerkies on a little skewer right here, and then I'm gonna hang them through this rack. That way I can get a few more pieces on, and if I just lay them flat up there. But this is how we're gonna do it today. And I'm gonna leave a gap between each little piece of meat while we're smoking it. And now we just repeat the process until we finish drying them all off and getting them on that rack. Now after you pat them dry, if you want to add a little more heat to them, this would be a good time to put on some little red pepper flakes or whatever little seasoning you want to add. But since I'm using Killa's recipe, I'm gonna try to do it the way he wrote it down for me. We'll see what happens. But I think next time I'll probably add a little pepper flake to it, spice it up. Alright, so like I said, I had these sliced up. The butcher sliced them up when I picked them up. And they 1/4 inch thick. So I think, like I said, next time when I slice them up in thirds, it'll be perfect. And I think by slicing them up, it'll definitely shorten the smoking process, I believe. Next time we do it, that's the way we're gonna try it. We're gonna slice them up next time. But this is what we're going with today. Look at that right there. Good. Alright, so Killa's recipe recommends doing them 4 to 5 hours at about 120 degrees, but I can't get my smoker that low and hold it like that. So I'm running about that 180, 190 range today. So that's gonna shorten the time down some. But it is what it is. Let's go with it. We're running about 180 right now. Alright, let's take a little peek. This is 1 hour into our smoking. And yeah, look like it's doing the job here. Alright, so we're 2 hours in, and we'll go ahead and flip these over, the ones that are just laying flat. See if that makes a little difference here. We're gonna keep on smoking. Alright, so let's take a little peek. We're running about 2.5 hours now. Temperature been holding just under 200. And so far everything's looking good. Go a little longer. Alright, let's get one of these old flat ones right here on top, a little pin test, see what we're working with here. Oh, need to go a little longer. Alright, we're at the 3 hour mark. Give it a little bend test, a little taste. See what we're working with. And oh, we're getting close. Close this lid right here and we'll smoke a little bit more. Look at right there. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Alright, so it's been a little over 3.5 hours. I just gave them a little check. These things are ready, so we'll go ahead and take them off. I don't know if you can see that, but I got a couple filet mignons on the grill right now, smoking while I'm taking these beef jerkies off. So we're gonna have a little steak for supper. Oh yeah, they look good. We'll get them inside and get a little sample and let you know how they turned out. Alright, time for the old pitmaster privilege. Time to sample. Best part of the job right there. This jerky's looking good. Get a little taste. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there. Good job, Killa. I like this recipe. Y'all go ahead and try it. Thanks for watching.